Sometimes as a chef, I really fall in love with an ingredient and I've got to see all the different things that I can do with it. Now recently that ingredient for me has been cauliflower. That may not be the sexiest thing you've ever heard of, but cauliflower is fantastic. You've seen me make steaks with it before, and today I was interested in turning it into a crust. Now we've all heard of cauliflower crust pizza, but I really like an egg frittata, especially for breakfast on the weekends, and I thought, what if we replace the potatoes in a traditional frittata and make a cauliflower crust? And that's what we're gonna do. All we're gonna need is a head of cauliflower, 3/4 cup of shredded cheese, 2 eggs, and salt and pepper to taste. First, we're gonna chop up our cauliflower and steam it until it's really soft. It's gonna take 10 or 15 minutes. Once a fork will slide into the cauliflower with absolutely no resistance, you're done. Pull it out of the steamer and put it into a bowl. Now I like to use a potato masher to really mash it up well. Then we're gonna put a little pocket in the center, add a couple eggs, whip those and incorporate that with the cauliflower, and then add in our cheese, right around 3/4 cup. Now because we're putting cheddar cheese on top of our frittata, I'm gonna put cheddar cheese in our crust. If you want to use this same recipe to make a pizza, you might put mozzarella in or something else. You can use any cheese you want. Once all of that is mixed together, we're going to go ahead and put it into a lightly greased cast iron skillet. We want to make sure that it's a uniform thickness, and then if there's enough, build a little up around the edges to form a crust. Put that in an oven at 450 degrees for right around 10 minutes or until it starts to brown a little bit. It will get to a firm consistency, and that's what you're looking for. While your crust is cooking, you can go ahead and put together your filling. For today, we're going to use steamed broccoli, and you can cut the stems off of your broccoli and use that too. You don't have to throw those away. They taste fine, especially when they're steamed and they're tender. We're gonna use that. We're gonna use some green beans, and we're gonna saute those green beans with a little yellow onion. I'm using a 10-inch skillet today, so I know I need about 2 cups of filler for the frittata. Use whatever fillers you want for your frittata. This is what I had on hand and I thought the flavors were gonna be great. Anything that tastes good in an omelet is gonna taste good in this frittata. Crack and beat 10 eggs. These are local from the Blended Homestead. Now we're gonna make sure that our filling is cooked. We're gonna use about a cup of steamed broccoli and a cup of sauteed green beans with onions. You can use whatever filler you want or whatever you had on hand. These green beans were looking a little rough, so I figured we better process them today and use them up. When you're checking on your crust, it should be developing a golden brown color and be firm. You can touch it and it will feel like a crust. A soft crust, but a crust. So when that's ready, you pull it out of the oven, go ahead and put your vegetables in first, and then pour your eggs over top. The eggs can come up over top the edges of your cauliflower crust a little bit, and that's okay. Turn your oven down to 350 degrees and put your skillet back in the oven, setting a timer for 30 minutes. Once your timer goes off, you're going to want to check your eggs and make sure they're cooked all the way through, and if they are, it's time to add the cheese. Sprinkle cheese over top and refire it just long enough to get your cheese to melt. Pull the whole shebang out of the oven, and then I like to top it with a little bit of finely sliced green onions. Now you've got a delicious and healthy weekend brunch or breakfast or even dinner. You can pair this with some thick cut bacon, sausage, a salad, whatever floats your boat. I want to hear what your favorite filling is for omelets and frittatas. Let me know in the comments below. And hey guys, don't be afraid to stop over and smash that subscribe button.